Chapter 326, Nine Eyes Liquorworm. Days went by, and with the news of the Three Kings' inheritance, a time of unrest began at Sancha Mountain. Many formidable demonic Gu masters, righteous Gu masters, and people of all occupations and goals rushed towards Sancha Mountain. First, Shang clan controlled the situation, continually sending reinforcements and tyrannically occupying the inheritance entrances, displaying their determination towards obtaining this inheritance. However, Wu clan moved and broke the blockade of Shang clan. After that, news continued to spread. The fact that the site of Three Kings' inheritance had been ranked 6 Gu immortal blessed land caused a huge uproar, and countless people flocked towards Sancha Mountain. Several other top-ranked clans were also alarmed by the news and dispatched groups of formidable Gu masters one after another. With this, even Shang clan and Wu clan could not block the huge wave of people. Sancha Mountain fell into chaos. There were casualties every day. To seize the chance to enter the inheritance, there were intense battles between righteous and demonic, demonic and demonic, righteous and righteous. Every change in the situation in Sancha Mountain affected the hearts of many people. Fang Yuan was also paying close attention to this. After the inheritance opened, close to a month had passed. Some people already gained some benefits in the inheritance, stimulating the passion of many others to explore the inheritance. However, Fang Yuan did not care about these benefits. With the memories of his previous life, he knew that the true essence of Three Kings' inheritance lied in the depths of the inheritance ground. There were at least 100 barriers before one could reach there, and it was a time and energy-consuming process. Sometimes, people would be lost and trapped in fog and not be able to find the exit. Sometimes, there would be attacks from dogs, and many Gu masters would die under these dogs' sharp canine teeth. The Three Kings were demonic Gu masters. This was a demonic inheritance. There were dangers lurking all over in demonic inheritances. In many cases, one needed to risk their lives to explore them. It is still too early to go to Sancha Mountain. The time is not ripe yet. It is better to benefit from others' efforts and preserve my strength. When they remove the barriers and clear the obstacles, that will be the time I seize the rewards. For now, I should refine Gu. Fang Yuan had already made a plan. The Gu he was going to refine this time was none other than Liquorworm. Rank 1 Liquorworm could purify green copper primeval essence by a small realm. Rank 2 4 flavors Liquorworm could purify red steel primeval essence by a small realm. Rank 3 7 fragrances Liquorworm could purify white silver primeval essence by a small realm. Rank 4 9 eyes Liquorworm could purify yellow gold primeval essence by a small realm. Rank 5 Liquorworm, however, did not exist. The recipe grandmaster who researched Liquorworm's recipe had an outstanding talent, but he was killed by enemies when he was young and died prematurely. Geniuses only represented a possibility. There were many cases of geniuses who were killed before they matured. However, the current Fang Yuan and Bai Ning Bing could already be said to have matured. Killing them would not be easy. After Fang Yuan fused Liquorworm into 4 flavors Liquorworm, he had not used it and had only been raising it. Was because he had bone flesh unity Gu and Bai Ning Bing's help that the 4 flavors Liquorworm lost its worth. However, it was different now. Bai Ning Bing was now rank 4, while Fang Yuan was rank 3 peak stage. He would also advance to rank 4 initial stage not long later. At that time, their cultivation would be the same. The help that bone flesh unity Gu could offer to Fang Yuan would decrease by a lot. At that time, a rank 4 9 eyes Liquorworm would make his cultivation speed faster. Refine the 9 eyes Liquorworm. While Shang Xinci was starting to recruit Zhou Quan, Fang Yuan chose to go into closed-door cultivation to refine Gu. Bai Ning Bing also chose to go into closed-door cultivation, refining Gu secretly. To refine 4 flavors Liquorworm. 2 rank 1 Liquorworms and wine of sour, sweet, bitter, and spicy flavors were required. To refine 7 fragrances Liquorworm, 2 4 flavors Liquorworm, and 7 types of spices were required. To refine 9 eyes Liquorworm. One needed 2 7 fragrances Liquorworm and eyeballs of 9 different 100 beast kings. Right now, Fang Yuan was at Shang Clan City and had a huge advantage. If it was at other places, he would have to spend large amounts of energy to search for materials to refine Liquorworm. However, at Shang Clan City, he could easily buy them as long as he had money. Fang Yuan already possessed a 4 flavors liquor worm. He bought 2 liquor worms and fused them into the second 4 flavors liquor worm. He then fused these 2 4 flavors liquor worm into 7 fragrances liquor worm. The process till this stage was smoothly finished by him. However, he ran into difficulty while refining the second 7 fragrances liquor worm. While he was fusing the third 4 flavors liquor worm and the second 7 fragrances liquor worm, the fusion failed. The primeval stones spent on it were all wasted. He had to buy the supplementary materials and restart it again. Fortunately, fusing the 2 7 fragrances liquor worm was completely smoothly. 3 days later, Fang Yuan obtained a 9 eyes liquor worm. 9 eyes liquor worm was like a silkworm and was pure white like a pearl. There were no eyes on its head, but rather it had 9 colors that resembled eyes: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and so on. As if they were precious gems embedded on its body. 9 eyes liquor worm could purify yellow gold primeval essence by a small realm. Fang Yuan had spent a lot to refine it, his expenses almost reaching 200,000 primeval stones. Gu masters could avoid failures in refining goo. Fang Yuan might have failed many times, but his luck was pretty good. His failures was all concentrated in the early stage of refining 4 flavors liquor worm and 7 fragrances liquor worm. At the final juncture, he had succeeded in one try. What goo master feared the most in refining goo was failing at the latter stage. That kind of loss was disastrous. I have 9 eyes liquor worm now. Fang Yuan observed the goo for a while before satisfiedly putting it into his aperture. He was still only at rank 3 peak stage now and could not use the 9 eyes liquor worm. He could only wait till he reached rank 4 before he used it. Bai Ning Bing could use it. However, yellow gold middle stage primeval essence had a strong cleansing effect towards the aperture walls. Bai Ning Bing possessed northern dark ice soul physique, and from what she said, her aptitude had already increased to 96% now. 9 eyes liquor worm would do more harm than good to her. When I reach rank 4 initial stage and use this 9 eyes liquor worm, I will have yellow gold middle stage primeval essence. At that time, the quality of my primeval essence will, for the first time, surpass Bai Ning Bing. Fang Yuan could sense he was not far from reaching rank 4 realm. Although they had undergone a vow, he had never forgotten the danger called by Ning Bing. Time passed day by day. A great demonic path figure appeared at Sancha Mountain inheritance grounds after Kong Ri Tian. He was Long Qing Tian, one who had dyed the sky blue before, a famous poison path goo master. When he appeared in the inheritance grounds, he killed 3 Shang clan elders with poison and gave a huge boost to the demonic path's morale. Fortunately, 2 days later, Wu clan sent the rank 4 elder Wu Tongshun to hold back Long Qing Tian. This brought back the situation in Sancha Mountain to an equilibrium. On Shang Xi's side, she, as expected, met setbacks when recruiting Zhou Quan, and her progress was slow. Zhou Quan was proud and arrogant. His attitude did not ease even a little, and his tone also seemed like he had no intentions to discuss. After Fang Yuan succeeded in refining 9 eyes liquor worm, he was putting all his energy in cultivating, because Bai Ning Bing was continuously supplying him with yellow gold primeval essence. His cultivation speed accelerated and was quickly approaching rank 4 realm. However, these days, spring-autumn cicada's recovery speed was also becoming faster, and its pressure on Fang Yuan's rank 3 aperture had become more obvious. On this day, Shangclan City welcomed the auspicious festival. This was Shangclan's traditional festival. It was an important celebration that commemorated the ancestor who founded Shang Clan thousands of years ago, setting up a stall for the first time. Shang Clan's first ancestor was a legendary figure. He was originally a mortal who lived in poverty and made a livelihood by trading. On one certain transaction, he unexpectedly obtained a goo master's inheritance token, but he relied on this token to inherit the legacy of the goo master and stepped into a whole new world. He moved forward steadily and step by step. His wealth and power expanded continuously until he finally founded Shangclan City. Thus, on the day of the festival, Shangclan Inner City was decorated with lanterns and colored banners. All large stores, brothels, restaurants, and so on closed their business for the day. People were in a joyous mood and excitedly walked on the streets, setting up stalls. Men, women, old and young, all immersed in this lively atmosphere of the festival. On this day, buying and selling were treated as an interesting game. However, the joyous atmosphere of the festival seemed to have no effect on Fang Yuan. The young girl sat in front of a table with her beautiful brows in a slight frown as she looked at the several invitation cards on the table with melancholy. These invitation cards all came from the 9 young masters. During auspicious festival, the young masters would hold grand banquets, inviting people of all sides and reward them. Big brother, hey too. What should I do? Fang Yuan was in a dilemma and subconsciously looked at Fang Yuan for guidance. Yuan, our sales have tripled your 100,000 capital, and you are now one of the most popular candidates to win the Young Master competition. They will naturally invite you to participate. Fang Yuan smiled and continued. However, we can only choose one of these 9 invitations. On the surface, this looks like a joyous and harmonious banquet, but it is actually a political move to determine where you stand. Fang Yuan explained the deep political meaning behind these invitations. Fang clan only had 10 young masters. There were alliances between these 10 young masters and also internal conflicts. Fang Yuan was competing for the young master position and was also one of the most popular candidates. Naturally, the 9 young masters paid close attention to her. Fang Yuan had yet to become a young master, but they were already trying to rope her in. One had to make compromises in this world to be part of Fang clan's higher up. One could not avoid being engulfed by the political whirlpool. Should I choose Shang Wen's invitation? After all, she is in charge of battle stage and will be a great help to our later plans. Fang Yuan voiced out. Fang Yuan shook his head. It looks like there are 9 invitations, but actually that is not the case. The biggest power among Fang clan young masters is Shang Qianyo, who is the eldest son of the first wife, and thus has the greatest advantage. Second faction is the alliance of Shang Pu Lao, Shang Xuan Ni, and Shang Bai Shi. This faction is currently in the limelight. Third faction is the alliance of Shang Chao Feng and Shang Fu Shi, who are currently biding their time. Among the rest, Shang Wen does not have any ambitions, while Shang Pai Xiu is too playful. Yuan, your foundation in Shang Clan City is too weak. If you are going to choose, you need to choose between these 3 factions to make up for your weakness. As for Shang Wen, there won't be much of a difference whether you choose her or not. So it was like this. Fang Yuan's eyes brightened as she listened. Hearing Fang Yuan's words, she felt like she had dispelled the fog around her and was looking at the clear sky. The bewilderment she was feeling earlier was swept away. She thought a little and made her choice. She chose the 3rd faction, Shang Chao Feng's invitation. Among the 3 factions, the 1st and 2nd faction are competing against each other. I will definitely be offending the other if I choose one of them. It is better to choose the 3rd faction and enter this political whirlpool, but still stay out of it for the time being. Fang Yuan explained to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan immediately understood with her high intelligence. Fang Yuan was happy at this, but also felt a little irony. In his previous life, Shang Chao Feng and Fang Yuan fought and contended for Shang clan leader's position. To think that in this life, these 2 arch-enemies would instead choose to walk together. Chapter 327. Beautiful and talented, Yuan's brilliance. Little brother here toasts to big brother. Shang Fan stood up and bent his back while raising a cup of wine with a smile. There were splendid lights all over the hall. Singing and dancing were being performed, and traditional music flowed to everyone's ears. Everyone was enjoying the feast, and the atmosphere was intense. Good. Shang Qianyo was standing on the main seat. He raised a cup of wine towards Shang Fan and downed the wine in one gulp. Shang Qianyo's advisor spoke. Master Fan, choosing to participate in young Master Qianyo's banquet is no doubt a sensible decision. Do not worry, my young master will not treat you unfairly. Eldest brother Qianyo has always been my role model. In truth, I have always been wanting to get closer to eldest brother and learn many things under you. Shang Fan smiled. Shang Qianyo was head of the 1st major faction among the current young masters, and he happened to have deep relation with Shang Fan's mother's side. If Shang Yuan chose Shang Qianyo's side, she was certain to be pushed aside by Shang Fan. However, Shang Qianyo had already taken the initiative to send an invitation to Shang Yuan. He would definitely be happy if Shang Yuan came. Why? Because on Shang Yuan's side were Feng and Bai, 2 great rank 4 experts. This was something no other young master had, and many were envious of this. Young master, subordinate has inquired, that Shang Xinci went to, at this moment. A Gu master entered the hall and whispered to Shang Qianyo's ear with his waist bent. Shang Qianyo's gaze turned slightly gloomy when he got the information. Shang Yifan cautiously observed Shang Qianyo's expression and pondered. Looks like Shang Xinci didn't choose eldest brother's faction. Did she go to Shang Pu Lao's faction? Shang Qianyo had already experienced a lot of things, thus his feelings did not show clearly on his face. His expression also had no change, so Shang Yifan could only guess without any clues. However, a short while later, Shang Yifan also received the news. Shang Xinci had accepted the invitation to participate in Shang Qiaofeng's festival banquet. This signified she chose Shang Qiaofeng's faction. Shang Yifan could not help but be secretly delighted immediately upon receiving the news. Shang Qiaofeng and Shang Fushi might be the third faction, but they have been pressured from the start. How could they be eldest brother Qianyo's match? I have now even more chance to take the young master position. However, the old steward Zhang shook his head, his expression heavy. Master, young master Qianyo's faction and young master Pu Lao's faction are locked in a fight. I am afraid the possibility of master borrowing the help of young master Qianyo to deal with Shang Xinci is not very big. At this critical moment, young master Qianyo cannot afford to make another enemy. Shang Xinci's choice is clever. She has avoided the political whirlpool and managed to watch from the sidelines for the moment. By the time the two factions resolve their issues, the competition for the young master position will already be over. Shang Xinci has two great rank 4 experts. Any faction she chooses will readily accept her and make an alliance. Young master Shang Qiaofeng will definitely help her. Old steward Zhang gave an incisive analysis of the situation. That is to say, even though I joined Shang Qianyo's faction, I still can't deal with Shang Xinci. Shang Yifan's expression became unsightly. I can only say that we cannot borrow Shang Qianyo's strength. Old steward Zhang stroked his grizzled beard. However, Shang Xinci's problem is also not small. The most important thing is that she still lacks capable manpower. I heard that she has been trying to recruit Zhou Quan. How can that even be possible? Old steward sneered and continued. Zhou Quan was once a clan leader. He is proud and arrogant, and his ability is 10 times of mine. How would it be possible for such a man to attach himself to this inexperienced little girl? I have already secretly mobilized people to create all kinds of rumors and slanders. Zhou Quan cares for his reputation very much, and the rumors have already prevented him from joining Shang Xinci. Shang Xinci is trying to recruit Zhou Quan secretly, but by failing to do so, she will lose a lot of her prestige and will have a disadvantageous beginning. She might even become a laughingstock. When he reached the end of his words, Steward Shou started laughing evilly. Shang Qiaofeng's study was arranged in a simple fashion. There was a wide stone table and wide-backed stone chairs which gave a boorish and strong aura. Just as Shang Yifan and old steward Zhang were talking, Shang Qiaofeng, Shang Xinci along with Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing were also discussing something. This discussion had already continued on for a while. In truth, Shang Qiaofeng was somewhat surprised at Shang Xinci joining his side. He had thought Shang Xinci would join Shang Qianyo or Shang Pu Lao. His own faction was only ranked 3rd, and they were currently just watching from the sidelines while accumulating their strength. In normal times, they were very low-key and would choose to retreat when there were problems or contradictions. They had never thought they could obtain Shang Xinci's interest. Shang Xinci's cultivation was only at rank 1, while her aptitude was worse and she had almost no foundation in Shang Clan City. However, she had Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing. These were two great rank 4 powers. Even Shang Yanfei, when he was a young master, did not have such experts with him. To be able to have 2 such experts under her, there were no young masters who did not feel envious. Shang Qiaofeng had also naturally sighed inwardly at Shang Xinci's luck. Now, if he accepted Shang Xinci, he could indirectly obtain Fang and Bai's help. This was a temptation Shang Qiaofeng could not refuse. The atmosphere in the study was harmonious. In the talk just earlier, Shang Qiaofeng already sincerely expressed his intention to wholeheartedly support Shang Xinci in the young master competition. Sister Xinci, you have already earned 300,000 primeval stones from selling goo worms. We can say that you are at the top currently, but just 300,000 is far from enough. What do you plan on doing next? Shang Qiaofeng then added. Just say it, and I will help you to the best of my abilities. Shang Xinci glanced at Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan faintly nodded his head. She then said honestly, I won't hide it from Big Brother Chao Feng. I am thinking of doing information-gathering business. Information-gathering business? Shang Chao Feng could not help but raise his brows. Yes. Shang Xinci started to explain her plan in detail. Who knew Shang Chao Feng's expression would change and shake his head after hearing it? You want to do information-gathering business regarding the battle stage? It is not suitable, not suitable. He said not suitable twice, expressing his clear disagreement with Shang Xinci's plan. What could be wrong about it? Please teach me Big Brother Chao Feng, Shang Xinci said in a sincere voice. Xinci, I urge you to change this plan. You are a newcomer and so you aren't clear about it. It is understandable. You should not bump about with the battle stage randomly. Shang Chao Feng heaved a sigh and continued, Shang Clan City's battle stage is different from other clans' battle stage. Here, demonic Gu Masters can become our Shang Clan's external elders. This is a policy exclusive to our Shang Clan, and we have been able to obtain many talents from this. At present, there are 5 great elders in Shang Clan, among which 3 are external elders. However, this policy has both advantage and disadvantage. The greater the benefits, the higher the chance of malpractice. External elders are the higher-ups of our Shang Clan, and if some trouble enters through it, it will be a great disaster to our Shang Clan. Demonic Gu Masters are after all demonic Gu Masters, and even if they change and become righteous, their loyalty can still be questioned. At the same time, besides the demonic Gu Masters, there are also those righteous path clans with unfathomable motives. Thus, Shang Clan's battle stage is the place which has always been attached with the most importance by Shang Clan higher-ups. There was once a young master who suddenly got an inspiration to start a betting house for the battle stage's matches. The result was that he earned 500,000 primeval stones after just 2 days of opening the betting house. However, on the 3rd day, the betting house was closed down and the young master was demoted and exiled. This is the best warning that shows that the battle stage cannot be touched randomly. Shang Chao Feng spoke of a story only known to insiders. This information was something Fang Yuan, Bai Ningbing and Shang Xinci did not know. Fang Yuan might have the memories of his previous life. But it was normal to not know of this small secret historical incident about the Shang Clan's internal affairs, even more so when it was closed down so fast. The battle stage was a forbidden zone. That young master touched this place and lost his young master position and was even exiled from the clan. At present, Shang Xinci was still not a young master but had a plan towards the battle stage. This made Shang Chao Feng realize that ignorance was truly blissful. Xinci, your plan is a new approach, and you have thought of it properly. If it is done, you will definitely make large amount of profits every day. However, the possibility is too low. Don't take your own future prospects as a joke. I am in charge of the Gu battle zone and your 13th brother is in charge of the auction sites. You can lend us a hand in this field and we'll be able to go head-to-head against Shang Yifan. Shang Chao Feng gently persuaded. Shang Xinci was silent. Bai Ningbing furrowed her brows. The corner of Fang Yuan's lips curled up into a smile and he was about to speak, but after taking a glance at Shang Xinci, he changed his decision and swallowed up the words that were just about to come out of his throat. For a moment, the atmosphere in the study room had become heavy. After quite a while of intense pondering, Shang Xinci suddenly smiled. Big Brother Chao Feng, I have a different viewpoint regarding the battle stage. This is well worth doing. Shang Chao Feng frowned and fixed his gaze at Shang Xinci. Under the pressure from Shang Chao Feng's gaze, Shang Xinci instead smiled and showed her confident look. She continued, the young master before failed after opening the betting house. He was like a moth attracted to fire and was looking for his own doom. His punishment was only by being expelled from the clan. This can be considered merciful from our Shang clan. Why? In the study, only Shang Xinci's gentle voice continued to sound out. Like Big Brother Chao Feng said, our Shang clan's battle stage is of the highest importance and has been extremely guarded by the higher-ups. Opening a betting house for battle stage to earn huge money will likely give rise to people who will manipulate the battle stage's result from behind the scenes. This will greatly wreck the Shang clan's external elder policy. It looks like one can make enormous profits from the betting house, but to the Shang clan's battle stage, it is a very large vermin. Sacrificing Shang clan's benefits to fill oneself. Such actions definitely need to be eliminated and only then can it let the battle stage continue to mature. Shang Xiaofeng continuously nodded his head. Shang Xinc's words were incisive and had a type of aura that made people want to have faith in it. But the information business I want to do has a completely different nature from the betting house. I know Shang Clan's biggest information organization, Feng Yuan, has always been investigating into the demonic goo masters at the battle stage. They must investigate properly to know whether these demonic goo masters harbor evil intentions. However, these investigations are done in secret and never openly. Why? Hiki. This is because most of the demonic goo masters are filled with distrust, doubts, and even are overly suspicious. They live in danger all year round in a situation where their life hangs on a thread, so the mental pressure on them is so great that they cannot even relax a bit. And if they were investigated after coming to Shang Clan City, they would definitely react badly and be filled with hatred. If Shang Clan wants to absorb even more and even better talents, they naturally can investigate openly. However, not investigating is even more impossible and the clan cannot be at ease. In this situation, I am going to do information gathering business. I am going to investigate every goo master's general strength, goo worms, and battle achievements, and sell this information. At the same time, I will be requesting experts and authority to forecast the results of important matches and make a ranking. This will be very important information to the goo masters participating in the battle stage. Many goo masters wish to obtain an external elder's position and they hope for more fame, and also wish to see their names on the rankings. These information will naturally not touch upon secret matters and will only be a summary in comparison of the strength showed by the goo masters. To demonic goo masters on the battle stage, this will be a great help. At the same time, this will allow the Shang clan to strengthen their grasp more on the battle stage. I think my Lord Father will definitely be happy about this. Why would he suppress such a thing? Shang Xinci finished explaining her reason and looked at Shang Xiaofeng with a smile. At this moment, her eyes were burning bright with wisdom and confidence, displaying unlimited elegance. Bai Ningbing's brows had also smoothed out. This is it. Fang Yuan inwardly smiled. Shang Xiaofeng slightly opened his mouth, looking at Shang Xinci with a stupefied expression. After several seconds, he came back to his senses and could not help applauding and praising her. Good point. Your analysis is brilliant. Sister Xinci, you have a truly unique vision, a pure heart and spirit. I can't help but admire you. I will definitely help you with all my strength for this business. You lack manpower now. I can give you people from my side. You can have as many as you want. Shang Xinci shook her head. Thank you, big brother Xiaofeng, but I have already made my choice regarding the manpower. Shang Xiaofeng looked like he wanted to help Shang Xinci on the surface by sending people, but actually he wanted to place his own people to control this information-gathering business and also strengthen his control over Shang Xinci. However, Shang Xinci immediately saw through it and tactfully refused. Not all help comes with good intentions. However, Shang Xiaofeng was not willing to let it go. The information-gathering business he was avoiding so much earlier had become a rich treasure. Right now, he continued to persuade. Sister Xinci, I know you have been trying to recruit Zhou Quan recently, but this person is very proud and contemptuous. Shang Qianyo had personally tried to recruit him before, but was refused and was even reprimanded with the words, "An inexperienced junior dares to recruit me, 100-year-old man." Zhou Quan was now already over 100 years old and would not willingly submit to someone, especially a junior. Shang Xiaofeng was not optimistic about Shang Xinci recruiting Zhou Quan. Zhou Quan had the ability and was also recognized for it. But he was too arrogant. Let's take a step back and say that you managed to recruit Zhou Quan. What can one man do? You still don't have middle and lower level subordinates. These people also must have some ability. Most importantly, they should be loyal to you. Establishing such force requires time, a long time. With subordinates that you don't feel at ease, even if you do this information-gathering business, it might very well be destroyed by Shang Yifan, and he can even steal your gains. Shang Xiaofeng might have his own intentions, but his words were very reasonable. Shang Xinc's beautiful brows could not help but furrow when she heard it. Regarding this, young Master Xiaofeng does not need to worry. I already have a plan. At this time, Fang Yuan suddenly spoke. Chapter 328. Eating will be eating. Is that so? Shang Xiaofeng replied curtly. Fang Yuan had personally rejected his proposal for Shang Xinci. He could not force them. Fang Yuan had defeated Zhu Kai Bei, had rank 3 peak stage cultivation, but his actual fighting strength was rank 4. At the same time, he had the purple thorn token and was an esteemed guest in Shang clan. Because of all these, Shang Chao Feng had already been showing goodwill towards Feng and Bai. But he was scoffing in his heart, humph, trying to establish a force. It needs time. How can they succeed instantly? Never mind. I'll let you guys learn from mistakes. When you fail, I will come out and help you. I would be able to earn more then. Shang Chao Feng contemplated, but he still smiled warmly. The two discussed for a while more, before Shang Chao Feng sent Shang Xinci and the others personally to the exit the TO outsiders. This was an obvious political signal. After saying bye to Shang Chao Feng, Shang, Feng, and Bai walked onto the streets. Today was the auspicious festival. Most of the shops were closed, and 2 rows small temporary stalls were on the 2 sides of the road. Come, 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 sour and sweet candied fruits. Let me tell you, this old jade was passed down by my ancestors. Selling rice, a bag of 5 fragrance oil rice for half a primeval stone. The small stalls were situated one after another, selling all sorts of things. The 2 rows spread out as far as the eye could see, as people squeezed about as they tried to buy things, while others watched in a circle. Some were bargaining and some were looking around. The auspicious festival was held once a year, be it Fang Yuan, by Ningbing or Shang Xinci, they were not foreign to it. Counting the days, we have already been in Shang Clan City for nearly 3 years. Shang Xinci suddenly said in an emotional tone. Too many things had happened in the last few years. She sighed, continuing. If it was before, I would never have guessed I would be Shang Clan leader's daughter. Next, Shang Xinci looked at Fang Yuan, smiling slightly, showing her pure white teeth. If it was not for Brother He too, I would not have made it this far. Towards Feng and Bai, Shang Xinci always felt extremely grateful to them. Bai Ningbing looked speechlessly, the corner of her eyes twitching. Indeed, I did not think your father would be the famous Shang Yanfei. But it was fate that I saved you. People come and go, that is natural in this world. Fang Yuan looked ahead as he answered. Shang Xinci's expression changed. She understood what he meant. Brother He too, you are going to leave Shang Clan City? That's right. Soon, I will have to leave Shang Clan City with Bai Ningbing, heading towards Sancha Mountain. Fang Yuan said. Shang Xinci gritted her teeth. She wanted to tell him to stay, but she did not say it in the end. She had spent a lot of time with Fang Yuan, although they never talked about it. She could feel the ambitions in his heart. This man's ambition was too great. A place like Shang Clan City could not hold him. But there is no need to worry. Before I leave, I will make you a young master, and make sure you sit there securely. Fang Yuan laughed. Let's go. I'll bring you to recruit some subordinates. Today, let's complete the foundation for your future force. What? Brother He too, you have ideal candidates already? Shang Xinci asked in surprise. Organizing a force takes a very long time. It takes years of nurturing to obtain loyal subordinates. Fang Yuan's tone made Shang Xinci feel that loyal and capable subordinates were like cabbage, easily found in the market. That on what basis was he so confident and assured? Not just Shang Xinci. Even Bai Ningbing was curious. Just follow me. Fang Yuan walked ahead, leading the way. After many twists and turns, they finally arrived at a small alley. In the middle of a lantern shop and silk shop, there was a small stall. Fang Yuan walked towards the front of this stall. Behind the stall, there was a young man lying down. This young man wore tattered clothes as he leaned on the wall, his eyes half closed, in a dazed expression as his complexion was poor. He looked like he was drunk and had completely given up on life. Is this young man the person Brother He too is looking for? Shang Xinci analyzed. Bai Ningbing used her sharp instincts to assess this man. Although he was a Gu master, he only had rank 1 middle stage cultivation. From his appearance, he was not young already, but only had this cultivation. It was pathetic. Hi brother, what do you want to buy? Oh, Lord Fengzheng. The young man sensed people and opened his eyes, but halfway through his words, he showed shock and fluster. Fang Yuan was now a famous person in Shang Clan City. Without concealing his appearance, many people could recognize him. Lord Bai Ningbing. Immediately after, he recognized Bai Ningbing, and he stammered. Although he did not know Shang Xinci, From her Gu Master aura and her beautiful appearance, he felt dazed. This is 10 primeval stones. I am buying everything here. You can leave now. Fang Yuan tossed a bag of primeval stones. The young man's face showed joy and exhilaration. But next, he was slightly hesitant. The stuff he was selling here were the things his grandfather left behind. From his appraisal, all these were scrap and trash. There was nothing valuable. But why? Why did Lord Fangzheng want to buy them? Was there really a treasure among them? If there were treasures, would it not be a loss if he sold them? Just when he was still pondering, Fang Yuan already tossed the primeval stones to him. What are you thinking about? You didn't listen to what I said? Humph, it is your honor that I wanted to buy these. You can scram now. If you don't, you will not have the chance to leave this place. Fang Yuan threatened. The young man was scared until he trembled. He stammered as he shivered. Lord Fangzheng, you cannot do this. In business, we emphasize on willingness. You cannot forcefully buy them like this. You are someone with great reputation, and this is Shang Clan City. Smack. Fang Yuan gave him a tight slap, and this young man fell on the ground. Scram. Fang Yuan declared, using an icy gaze to look at this young man, speaking emotionlessly. The young man held his face as he trembled under the great fear. He raised his head to look at Fang Yuan, but immediately looked away when he made contact with the abyss-like pupils. He fumbled his way out of the alley silently immediately after. Brother He too. Shang Xnci looked at his background, her conscience unable to stand it. Bai Ningbing was expressionless, completely unmoved. Xnci, I am a demonic Gu master. I have my ways of doing things. I emphasize on straightforwardness. Fang Yuan explained casually in a righteous tone. The surrounding stall owners looked towards him. He gave a sweeping glance, and everyone looked away, afraid to make eye contact. If it was Fang Yuan in the past, he would have to control himself and use coaxing, lying methods to buy the item in the stall peacefully. But now, his strength had surged, and his status was much higher. Thus he can use the most direct method. It saves energy and time. Why not do this? People from the righteous path love their reputation and like showing off their kindness, often doing good deeds for the weak. But Fang Yuan was not righteous. He was from the demonic path. Since ancient times, big fish eat small fish eat shrimps. This was the law of the jungle, the survival of the fittest. Demonic cultivators were used to tearing apart flesh and blood, devouring them whole. Righteous cultivators, however, will shed crocodile tears while they ate, claiming that they had no choice. Many stupid people will fall for their deception. Or maybe they were lying to themselves, unwilling to accept the cruel reality. The truth is, eating will be eating. Usurper eats the usurped, invader eats the invaded, the strong eats the weak, the suppressor eats the suppressed, the higher-ups eat the lower levels. All living beings eat. If not, they would not survive. It is just that they have different eating habits. Fang Yuan chased that stall owner away and lowered his body, picking a token from among the items in the stall. This token was made of black steel, ugly and dirty, with half a piece remaining. There were words carved on it, but after so long, and without the other half of its body, the words could not be discerned. But Fang Yuan knew this word was Fan. 300 years ago, a demonic Gu master was heavily injured and fell into the water, eventually saved by a young lady who was at the river. The young girl was very kind. After saving the demonic Gu master, she placed him in the shed and gave him food to eat daily. After the demonic Gu master recovered, to thank her kindness, he made a black steel token. Carving a Fan word, he split the token into two, giving half to the girl while keeping the other half himself. Before the demonic Gu master left, he instructed the girl, in future, if you have any difficulties, you can go the Dan Hua Mountains Gueku Cave and find me for help. Even after you pass away, this promise will still be effective to the future owner of the half token. The young girl engraved his words into her heart. But after less than 50 years, there was a huge battle on Dan Hua Mountain, and the volcano erupted, destroying Gueku Cave. That demonic Gu master was captured by Tai clan and thrown into the demon suppression tower. This half-token lost its use after that. It was passed around by the young girl's descendants. Because it involved the demonic path, when the young girl died of old age, she did not reveal the secret to her children, bringing this information to her grave. The young girl's descendants were chased away by the clan, and eventually settled down in Shang Clan City as the lineage declined. Descendants were untalented and unfilial. After several generations, only this young man remained. This young man was spoiled from young, having a young master temper, and loved to gamble, drink, and visit prostitutes. After his parents died, he would rely on selling his family assets from time to survive. But one time, during the auspicious market festival, his life changed. 3 brothers who were demonic goo masters came here to shop and accidentally found the half-token displayed in the stall. Chapter 329. 3 Brothers of Xiong Clan. The 3 instantly became overjoyed, taking out the other half of the token and formed the whole token on the spot. So it turns out, the demonic goo master back then had his descendants too. Before he was arrested by Tai Clan, he instructed his descendants to remember this incident and, if possible in the future, repay that kindness. The 3 brothers were descendants of this demonic goo master. After seeing this token, they immediately explained the matter to this young stall owner, asking him if he needed any help. They would do their best to assist him. This young man was very crafty. He immediately replied he lacked 3 subordinates and there was nobody around to help him. The 3 brothers glanced at each other before kneeling down together, promising that they would serve the young man for 20 years. They would listen to all of his orders for 20 years, but after that, they would be free. These 3 brothers were famous in the battle stage. They each had rank 3 cultivation and were most skilled in multi-battles. The young man relied on the strength of the 3 brothers, living the next 20 years in luxury. During the period, he asked the 3 brothers to get food, water, primeval stones for him, and they acceded to all of his requests. But after 20 years, the 3 brothers repaid the favor and left. He had long forgotten how to work and was too ashamed to beg. In fact, he did not even restrain himself, continuing to live like a king. Less than half a month later, he died. Of course, all these happened in Fang Yuan's previous life. At the moment, the 3 demonic goo masters have not found the half-token yet, and this token was already in Fang Yuan's hands. As for that young man, who cares if he dies? According to his memories, this half-token would only be discovered by the 3 demonic goo master brothers next year. But now that Fang Yuan held the half-token, he brought by Ningbing and Shang Xinci to find them directly. The 3 brothers also opened a stall before their home, enjoying the festive mood and were having fun. It is Lord Fang Zheng and Lord Bai Ningbing. Seeing Fang and Bai, the 3 quickly got up. They had all been thrashed by Fang Yuan or by Ningbing before in the battle stage. In this world, strength was everything, even more so for demonic goo masters. Bai Ningbing had rank 4 cultivation, while Fang Yuan defeated Zhu Kaibei. There was no demonic goo master who did not respect the 2. I am here today to find the 3 of you. Fang Yuan observed the 3 brothers emotionlessly. These 3 brothers all had the surname Xiong. The eldest was called Xiong Tu, shortest among the 3, humble and honest. He was an Earth Path rank 3 upper stage goo master. Second was Xiong Hua, wearing a sleeveless shirt and shorts. His body was bright red. He was a Fire Path rank 3 middle stage goo master. The youngest was Xiong Feng, wearing a bamboo hat, having sharp tiny eyes, and enjoys squinting when he looks at people. He was a Wind Path rank 3 initial stage goo master. Hearing Fang Yuan's words, the 3 brothers became uneasy. Xiong Tu quickly cupped his fist, greeting Fang Yuan. Lord Fang Zheng, may I know what is the issue? If my brothers had offended you unknowingly, I apologize to you here. Fang Yuan frowned slightly. I'm sure you've heard. I had given up on the battle stage to assist Shang Xinci in becoming a young master. We are lacking manpower over here. I want all 3 of you to join us. The 3 Xiong clan brothers frowned. They came to Shang Clan City and entered the battle stage for only one reason, to become Shang Clan's external elder. But now that Fang Yuan wanted them to assist Shang Xinci, it was very different from their goals. Shang Xinci was just an inexperienced girl, and only had rank 1 cultivation with poor aptitude. The 3 of them all had B-grade aptitude, and their combination strike could temporarily match a rank 4 goo master. Asking them to go under Shang Xinci and be her subordinate, the 3 brothers were unwilling. If others said this, the 3 brothers would have attacked already, beating the guy to a pulp. But it was Fang Yuan who said it, causing the 3 to be in a difficult position. Fang Yuan had defeated Zhu Kaibei in a battle. They had watched it personally. Even if they joined forces, they could not defeat Fang Yuan. Fang Zheng is here with ill intention. He is obviously trying to forcefully subdue us. Sigh, what bad luck to have been targeted by Fang Yuan. All three of us cannot defeat him, and he even has Bai Ning Bing beside him. Moreover, the purple thorn token, the three brothers looked at each other, knowing each other's emotions. The three of them were unwilling, but circumstances forced their hand. They could only choose to give in. But Fang Yuan suddenly said, I do not wish to force you. Come if you're willing to, if not, I will not force you. The three brothers glanced at each other, unsure if Fang Yuan was speaking the truth, or just trying to act graceful. But Xiong Feng, who was the youngest, was the most daring, as he said carefully, Lord Fang Zheng, to speak the truth. We are used to freedom. We do not want to be involved in Shang clan's young master competition. Thus, the other two smiled meekly as they bowed towards Fang Yuan and Bai Ning Bing apologetically. Oh. Fang Yuan's brows raised as a cold light shot out of his eyes. The three of you are really daring? You dare to reject my invitation? The three brothers' heart thumped. Xiong Tu quickly cupped his fists, explaining in a hurry, that is not the case. That is not the case. Lord Fang Zheng, please do not misunderstand. It is our honor to have received your invitation. My brother was too nervous. He did not know what he was saying. Actually, what he wanted to say was, we would be glad to go under Lady Shang Xinc's wing. Yes, that was what I meant. Xiong Feng continued. He, in that case, I am assured. The three of you are so eager, Xinci, accept them. Fang Yuan turned around, saying to Shang Xinci. Beside him, Bai Ning Bing frowned. Forcing them to join like this, he would not get their loyalty, such a distant subordinate. What use would it be? Shang Xinci had the same worry, but she still chose to believe Fang Yuan. She took a step forward, saying to the three brothers, from now on, please work hard. Yes. The three brothers of Xiong clan pays respect to Lady Xinci. The three cupped their fists and bowed, replying listlessly. Ha ha ha. Fang Yuan raised his head and laughed. The three brothers thought, this Fang Zheng is too despicable, leading the life of a whore but still expecting a monument praising chastity one. Speaking in a righteous manner, but acting like a despicable crook. That's right. I forgot something. Take a good look. Fang Yuan stopped laughing and took out a half token. Tossing it to Xiong Tuesday, Xiong Tu caught it subconsciously. What is this? The other two brothers glanced curiously, but immediately the three brothers were stunned. This is. The calm and stable Xiong Tu cried out. Xiong Hua grabbed the token, inspecting it closely. Xiong Feng also understood what happened, as he urged his brother Xiong Tu, brother, quickly take out our token. Under Bai Ning Bing and Shang Xinc's weird gaze, Xiong Tu took out the other half of the token. The two half tokens perfectly fit into one, and an illusionary fire started to burn on the token. This is real. Xiong clan's three brothers stared with wide-opened eyes. Xiong Tu held the token with shivering arms. What is going on? Bai Ning Bing and Shang Xinci had no clue what was happening. The three brothers of Xiong clan, did you really think I came here without a reason? Why are you hesitating? Fang Yuan spoke at an appropriate moment. His words woke them up. Grandfather once said, no matter who the token's owner was, even if it was an enemy, we have to repay the kindness from back then. That's right. Although grandfather is trapped, we cannot ruin his reputation. From now on, Lady Shang Xinci is our new master. But only for 20 years. 20 years is sufficient to repay the debt. The three brothers discussed among themselves quickly. Next, all three of them kneeled on one knee in front of Shang Xinci, cupping their fists. Xiong Tu, Xiong Hua, Xiong Feng, the three brothers greets Lady Xinci. They shouted loudly, with a different tone from before, filled with drive and excitement. Brother He Tu, what is happening? Shang Xinci found out that they were sincerely joining her, and felt extremely curious. Fang Yuan snickered. It is a long story. We will talk about it next time. Now, let's go recruit some more members. The gang of 6 arrived at the slave market. In the world, there was slave trade. Any strong or affluent first-class clan, or super clan, would engage in slave business. Shang clan's slave trade was handled by the head of the 5 clan elders, Shang Buli personally. Slave trade was too profitable. The higher-ups were not confident of letting an external elder handle it. In history, only Shang clansmen were in charge of it. Fang Yuan had planned early on and investigated clearly. He walked ahead, leading the way, quickly arriving at a cage. Within the cage, there were many people. Lady Xinci, Lord Fang Zheng, Lord Bai Ning Bing, are you here to purchase slaves? If that is the case, I do not advise you to buy the people inside this cage. A Gu master in charge of handling business quickly came over. Oh? What is that so? Shang Xinci asked. Lady Xinci does not know. These people are from Wei clan. Wei clan had a political uprising some time ago, and Wei clan leader was overthrown by his younger brother. The people inside this cage are from the previous clan leader's faction. They are being sold now by the current Wei clan leader. The Gu master answered. Xinci immediately understood why he advised them not to buy these slaves. Wei clan was a first-class clan. Although it was smaller than Shang clan, it was still a famous clan in the southern border. Wei clan's political turbulence was said to be supported by Shang Yanfei. The current Wei clan leader even sent the clansmen to Shang clan as hostage. Many Wei clan elders also secretly transferred their assets to Shang clan. Wei clan could be said to be Shang clan's puppet already. For Shang Xinci, who was competing to become Shang clan young master, these people were trouble. But Fang Yuan quickly said, "We're buying these people." Chapter 330, Wei Da Xin. This, Lord Fangzheng, are you certain on buying them? The Gu master in charge hesitated. Why? Are you doubting my decision? Fang Yuan gave him a plain glance. This Gu master laughed. He was a Shang clansman. He was not afraid of Fang Yuan like the Xiong clan brothers. I wouldn't dare. He cupped his fists, turning to Shang Xinci. If I am not wrong, Lord Feng is buying these slaves to act as subordinates for Lady Xinci. But they are really bad news for those competing for the young master position. Lady Xinci, you are so intelligent. What do you think? Shang Xinci's eyes were focused on Fang Yuan. She smiled and replied, Brother Heitu's decision is my decision. Just do as he says. Is that so? The Gu master in charge was stunned, before smiling. Since Lady Xinci says so, I will do so accordingly. To speak the truth, I am your supporter, Lady Xinci. You are speaking too much. Fang Yuan gave the Gu master a cold stare, interrupting him coldly. The Gu master laughed. Then I shall settle the procedures for you. But there are too many people. There will be a lot of procedures to go through. You need to wait a day. A day later, bam! Fang Yuan raised his leg and kicked. That Gu master did not expect Fang Yuan to strike, and was caught off guard and hit on the stomach. Flying over 30 steps away, he knocked onto a bystander and landed on the ground, falling unconscious after vomiting blood. Who dares to fight in Shang Clan City? Are you tired of living? Quickly surrender yourself. Such commotion immediately attracted attention. The slave market was heavily guarded in the first place. Quickly, 3 groups of Gu masters came and surrounded them. It was me. Fang Yuan had no fear. Standing up, it's Fang Zheng. The riled-up group saw Fang Yuan and immediately lost their vigor. Fang Yuan had rank 4 battle strength. They were only rank 2, and their leader, who had the highest cultivation, was rank 3 initial stage. They could not even be side dishes for Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan stood on the spot and took out his purple thorn token. The Shang Clan Gu masters saw the token, and their aura diminished once more. The leader's fierce and terrifying face quickly changed as he smiled and politely said to Fang Yuan, Lord Fangzheng, we all know you are Shang Clan's esteemed guest. But even a guest cannot resort to force in Shang Clan. You even injured our clansmen. According to the rules, I will be fined 49 primeval stones. Fang Yuan immediately said. The leader was shocked, not expecting Fang Yuan to be so well-versed with Shang Clan's rules. Fang Yuan tossed out a bag of primeval stones, waving his hand. There are 50 primeval stones inside. Keep the change. The leader received the primeval stones, feeling like a beggar. He had a shocked and dazed expression as he left with the others. If Fang Yuan did not have strength, even with the purple thorn token, he would not have gotten out of it so easily. But now that he was strong, even in Shang Clan City, if he beat up a Shang clansman, as long as it was not someone important, there would be no consequences. The Gu master in charge was beaten unconscious by Fang Yuan. The slave market quickly sent out another Gu master to attend to them. We are buying everyone in this cage. Fang Yuan pointed at the cage and said. Inside the cage, the people looked at Fang Yuan. Most of them had a dazed or numb expression, but a few stared at him in rage. Fang Yuan's casual attitude of purchasing made them feel extremely humiliated. Yes. The new Gu master wiped his sweat as he attended to Fang Yuan politely. in less than 15 minutes. All the procedures were done. This is the rank 3 poison scorpion goo. Please keep it well, Lord Feng Zheng. Lastly, the goo master handed Fang Yuan a goo worm. This poison scorpion goo had a white body, like a flawless porcelain, and was the size of 2 fingers. This was a rank 3 goo, with only one ability: defecating. The scorpion feces it produced was black as bean. It was a rank 2 goo. The saying goes, scorpion feces are one in the world. This scorpion feces goo, each one had a unique poison. Once used on someone, they needed the corresponding poison scorpion goo to detoxify them once every 7 days. This was the most common method to control slaves. Although there is also the slavery goo, with better effect, but it was rank 5. It was expensive and rare. It could not be commonly used. Poison scorpion goo, although Shang Xinci could not activate it, and could not make it defecate, she could make it sting someone without using any primeval essence. Fang Yuan planned to first refine this poison scorpion goo before passing it to Shang Xinci and letting her refine it. It was too difficult to let her do it herself. What did you say? Someone bought those Wei clan slaves. What did I instruct you? I told you to pay attention to them. Wait a few days for me to settle it out with Shang Qionyou, and buy them after the situation calms down. In the study room, Shang Pu Lao had an ugly expression as he scolded the goo master in charge. The goo master in charge was lying on a bed with a pale expression. After being kicked by Fang Yuan, he had just woken up when Shang Pu Lao came to question him. Young Master Pu Lao, I tried my best already. I wanted to sow discord among them, but that Shang Xinci listened to Feng Zheng like a lamb. I tried stalling, but before I finished my words, Fang Yuan sent me flying and knocked me unconscious. The goo master in charge listlessly explained as he laid in bed. Sigh. These Wei clansmen were once authoritative figures, controlling Wei clan's operation. They have high cultivation and experience in management. If I can get them, I can create half a Wei clan myself. Among them, Wei clan's first lady Wei de Xin is most skilled at nurturing guards. Wei clan leaders' guard troops had once been famous, successfully blocking many assassination attempts, even blocking the attack of 5 rank 3 goo masters at once. If not for that internal crisis, how could they fall apart so easily? Shang Pu Lao heaved a long sigh. I am asking you now, can the situation be salvaged? He stared sharply at the goo master in charge. The goo master shook his head, explaining in a crying tone. They were all brought away already. The entire procedure was proper, and there were no problems at all. Young master, I have failed you. Never mind, have a good rest. Shang Pu Lao heard this and lost his interest altogether, giving a word of consolation before taking his head. Morning of the next day, in Nanshou Gardens residential square, over 30 members of Wei clan stood. Fang Yuan and Shang Xinci came together. Earlier, Fang Yuan had helped Shang Xinci to refine the poison scorpion goo. A rank 3 goo was still too strong for her. Thus, Fang Yuan chose some other goo worms to assist her in controlling the poison scorpion goo. From today onwards, Shang Xinci is your new master. Why are you not greeting her? Fang Yuan handed the poison scorpion goo to her in front of them. Wei clansmen slowly kneeled on the floor, paying respects to Shang Xinci. Their voices were listless, filled with helplessness and numbness. They were all behaving like puppets. They were banished from the clan. All these authoritative figures who lived a good life had become slaves. Their dejected and low-spirited behavior was completely natural. Looking at these people, how could anyone feel assured using them? Shang Xinci felt pity for them, but also worry for herself. Wei de Xin, come out. I want to have a private talk with you. Fang Yuan stretched out his arm, pointing at one of the women. They suddenly became energetic, as many of their dazed expressions became fierce and strong. What do you want? Many people moved their bodies, shielding Wei de Xin. I am warning you. Do not lay a finger on her. One of them pointed his finger at Fang Yuan, showing great alertness. Smack. Fang Yuan's expression turned dark, as he took a few steps forward and gave a slap. The person who pointed at him was sent flying by an overwhelming force. His mouth was full of blood as his broken teeth fell on the ground. It seems you are not clear of reality yet. Although I spent a lot of money to buy all of you, I am not against killing some of you for fun. So what if I want to do anything to your clan leader's wife? What can you do to stop me? Fang Yuan had a cruel expression and his voice was like cold as ice. You. Wei Clan's gang were outraged. Some youngsters clenched their fists, but they did not dare to speak out again. All of you stand down. Wei Xian made them stand aside as she walked out. Although her face was filthy, it could not hide her beautiful peach-like appearance. She bowed to Fang Yuan. What does Lord Fang Jing need from this lowly servant? Fang Yuan snorted coldly, using a fierce gaze to inspect her body. Lady Wei, you speak too much. Just follow me and obey what I say. Saying so, he turned around as meat on the chopping block. Wei Xian was helpless too. She gritted her teeth and followed Fang Yuan to the lake pavilion. A cool breeze blew, causing ripples on the surface of the lake. Carp swam in the lake, and lotus leaves filled the surface of the water, with red and white flower buds within the leaves. Such beautiful scenery caused Wei Xian to relax slightly. But Fang Yuan's next sentence made her nervous. He said, Lady Wei, I am very interested in you. Wei Xian quickly kneeled on the ground. This servant is lowly. It is my great honor that my appearance had attracted Lord Fang Jing's attention. But I do not dare to offer my soiled body to Lord's grand and masculine body. Ha ha ha. Fang Yuan laughed heartily. Wei Xian, don't be mistaken. I am very interested in your talent. Your body and appearance is just a pair of skeleton in my eyes. Next, I want you to nurture a group of loyal female guards for Shang Xian Ci. At the same time, you have to motivate your Wei clansmen properly. Tell them to work hard and have a positive attitude. Hearing Fang Yuan say so, Wei Xian breathed a sigh of relief as she promised. Yes, this servant will follow Lord's orders. Fang Yuan laughed deeply again, saying with deep meaning, Lady Wei, I know you are pregnant, and I know your intentions. You want to preserve your husband's only bloodline, and at the same time contact your younger brother Wei Xinjing to exact revenge for you. Am I right? As he said so, Wei Xian's face went pale as her delicate body shuddered.